Hey friends, welcome back to the channel, and today we're discussing why your photography gear doesn't matter as much as you think it does. Now, I've shared my thoughts on this in the past, but today I wanted to look at this same topic from a different point of view. Yesterday I was doom scrolling on Twitter because that is what I do when I'm bored, and I came across this tweet by the Twitter user TrungFan. And if you are not following TrungFan, I would highly advise you stop this video and go give him a follow. Anyway, he shared one of this famous stunts by Banksy, you know, the artist that everyone knows. In this stunt, Banksy set up a random art booth in New York City, something that you would see anywhere really in New York City on any corner, and he had some random guy man the booth while he charged only $60 for his artwork, which was worth hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars. In about 8 hours, Banksy only sold a handful of paintings for a little over 400 bucks. That I just shared, I want to point out a comment that Dornberg left on the original Wall Street Journal video. And this is the quote. "Everybody on here is missing the point. Banksy did this to prove a point that without the art world hyping up artists and rich people bidding up the price, people don't know how to recognize art, or even really think for themselves at all for that matter. Without the bullshit recognition that the media and the art world provides in general, people are not able to distinguish good art from bad art." And Banksy knew that this would happen, and that this was the whole point of doing this exhibit. The whole facade of selling art was an artwork in itself, because it is completely illuminates that most people don't think for themselves anymore. They value things almost exclusively based on the respect that other people give them, and not on their own opinions. Like crazy. That was such a good point. Now, the point of me sharing this thought by Dorian is that the same thing can be said about the camera gear that we covet today. New cameras are being released almost every 3 months with upgrades that we somehow convince ourselves that we need. We also fall into these traps of convincing ourselves that the cameras and the gear we own can no longer get the job done. And that is this whole YouTube and marketing economy that we have today. You can name your camera manufacturer. It doesn't matter who it is. Everyone's guilty of this. Who have put their latest and greatest into the hands of several YouTubers and marketers for a few days to a few months. And then those same YouTube and marketers then tell us how great the cameras are and how this camera is the best camera that they have ever used and have ever owned. Now, the worst part is that you and I fall into these traps almost every single time. To quote Dorian again, without the bullshit recognition that the media and art world provides, most people are not able to distinguish a good art from bad art. The same can be said about the camera gear. We get so excited about new equipment that we sometimes forget that we have a great camera in our bag. If we weren't inundated with so many new cameras every few months, would we master the camera we already own? Yes, autofocus can get faster. Yes, resolution and dynamic range will get better. But the truth is that the greats from the past that we are chasing have accomplished great works and great artwork with cameras that have done far less superior things than the ones we own today. Now, is that a good thing or a bad thing? I honestly don't know. I don't have those answers, but I do understand that cameras, since their invention, still use the exact same exposure triangle, and as long as we have that, we can really begin to master our craft. I want to leave you with this final thought. The brilliance of marketing teaches you that what we determine is worth our hard-earned dollars is a social convention of others telling us how great something is or how we cannot live without it. So before you spend your money on that next best thing, please think hard if the camera upgrade you needed is what you needed or is it what you wanted. My name is Tim Riddick, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.